I'm not complaining. Nona knows her baking. And Amy knows because Amy always comes over to my house and Nona is there whipping up stuff.
Nona whips up that cream with the whisk.
Oh yeah.
She just so creamy.
She's always on her feet.
So always on the shortbread
That's where me
grind.
and James get our like, you know, like active athletic side from is Nona. Yeah.
Yeah, because she's just always
always
cooking something up.
The Italian.
Yeah, because you're like actually Portuguese.
I'm actually Portuguese, but.
I'm ready for the little mini sandwiches. We had lunch, but I'm getting pretty hungry. So, do you have any pets?
Does a cactus count?
No. Cactuses don't count.
Well, that's okay. It died anyways.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yep. What are you gonna do though? It's dead.
It's dead.
Huh.
Hey guys, about to confess. Everything. Never done this before.
When I first got the call saying that I would be cast as the role of Jude, I was a little nervous. I wanted to be able to represent Jude as a character properly. I didn't want it to come across as fake or anything because I don't have dyslexia. That was difficult for me. I looked up and found really good information about how they always confuse their left and right. So that's why in the show, like I'll do this to try and figure out like the L, or I always have my bracelets on, and I think that's explained in one of the episodes. If I have a bracelet on this, I know that I always wear my bracelets on my right hand. So like when I'm dancing, if they go to the right, I can look down and see my bracelet. And that helps me move along.
Starting with the water temperature. In fact, boiling water.
We have like 10 million scenes in here today. It's great. I've never been here. It's my first day in here, and I'm really excited. This is my favorite by far. Next Steve takes it. It's beautiful. Kind of feel like I'm outside, but I'm not outside.
And don't move. Oh.
No, it's supposed to land it on top.
Oh.
No, that's not it.
Ready?
See, I did.
Just sort of like show them, like,
No, tiny tower.
Okay.
when it's like this,
Look,
you don't see it
look.
that much.
Gotcha.
I
Wow.
hope you witnessed that.
Cool.
Oh, that's one in itself.
In the wool.
Wow. You said.
Oh yes, thank you.
I'm kind of super into tea, guys. My sister is a stickler for details, and I've learned that from her.
So, I guess IP is like being 5 years old in kindergarten.
Well, thank you not to mock my passions.
But I didn't really know what to expect. I mean, we've never just hung out, just the two of us. But I'm actually having a lot of fun.
It was good.
It was really fun.
Stressful, but just it started to get panicky at some point.
Yeah.
Or like forgetting your lines.
Yeah, or like when we mess up, we're like, oh, sorry.
Yeah. But other than that, I think it was good.
Jude being new at the studio, she chooses not to tell anyone about her dyslexia at the beginning.
Cleo, who is she? What is she like? When we first meet her, she's a little overconfident, maybe a little mean sometimes. She's just very, very driven, and very determined. She's basically just doing anything she can to live her dream. And she might not do the best things or make the best decisions all the time.
And then we get to the scene where she comes in and she finally builds up the courage and decides she's gonna tell Cleo.
When Jude does let down her walls and comes to Cleo and confides in her and says, hey, like, this is what's going on with me.
It was hard for me because being put, like, as I went into that character, like put myself in the character of Jude, like I got a pit in my stomach. I do that all the time. Every day I'm always like I want to do something myself and I want to do it all by myself and I don't want to ask other people for help.
Cleo kind of has like a wake-up call in that moment where she's like taken out of her her dream and she's kind of back in the real world and realizing, oh, like Jude is a very great person, a very deserving and hardworking dancer. Throughout the rest of the season, you'll see that Jude becomes a very positive influence for Cleo and keeps her grounded. So, you know, we see like the real side of her. We don't see the determined, maybe not so nice side.
people in her life previously, they like treat her differently, and she didn't want that, especially with Cleo, because they have such like a strong relationship. She feels like, and she's kind of had a crush on Cleo for almost since the moment she saw her, so she didn't want anything to be different about that relationship between them.
Of course I'll help you. So should we go left or right? I'm kidding. It's a joke. Wait.
Pipes, you want a cup of tea with the shortbread? Sure.
Thank you.
Wow, it came out a lot faster than I thought. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I was like, whoa, buddy.
Yeah.